Peace and blessings, family. Welcome to the Real Truth and Power podcast. Hit that subscribe button. It should be somewhere down there because I want you to get all these alerts when we are airing these important tips on how you can make some money. And that's what it's all about, making some money. Let's start talking about how you can make some money investing right after this. All right, once again, my name is Everett Winchester, and I'm an entrepreneur. So pretty much I don't have a way to do company savings, retirement plans. So I got to do some things on my own. But I always suggest, even if you're working or something like that, you do things on your own. So let's get into it. Why do we want to invest? Why do we want to invest? Well, one of the reasons why we want to invest is equity. What's equity when it comes to investing? Equity is making money without working. Now, that's how you want to live your life, right? So if I retire, I put my money in this savings plan so I can take that money out after I retire and I have money where I don't have to work. Well, that's what we all want to have anyway, right? So we're investing so we can have equity. And what are some of the things we can invest in? There you go, commodities. What are commodities? Commodities are things like gold, farming, vegetables, things of that nature, commodities. You can also invest in real estate. And the last thing we can invest in is stocks. What is the stock? Ownership of a company, say like Apple, something like that. You can invest in Apple. You know you can't afford to buy Apple, but you can invest in a small part of Apple and it will give you equity. As Apple grows, you get more money saved up, right? So we want to invest in equity. Now, it's a risk to investing. We're going to talk about ROI real quick. What is ROI? Risk of investing. Your risk when you invest. There's high risk and there's low risk. So if you're investing in, say, Coca-Cola, a company that you know that's been growing and growing, that's a low risk, and it should be a good amount of money. Well, maybe not a lot of money, but it should be a good investment where you can make some money. Now, say I want to invest in a friend's business. That's a high risk. I put my money in that business. I don't know if my return is going to be good. So the return of investment, risk of investment is what we would call it, what we're saying when we say ROI, risk of investment, okay? Now, what are some ways we can eliminate a risk of investment? Diversification. Diversification means not putting all your eggs in one basket, putting it in a lot of different things, high risk and low risk. So for example, I want to invest in my man's business. I give him 1,000. I may want to put 1,000 in Coca-Cola because I know that company is at least solid. I may want to put an investment in Apple because I know that company is solid. Now, my return may not be as high as the return that I'm going to get with my man, but I know I'm going to get more likely a return in time. You know, the stock market goes up and down when you invest in companies. It's the same if you invest in commodities like gold or something like that. You know, we want to invest in something that can give us a high return, not a low return, but it's very risky. So we want to be careful. When I say investing, we want to be careful in what we invest in. Okay, so risk of investment and return of investment. I want to make this about being careful when you invest. Don't just invest in something that may not work out for you, okay? So hopefully that made some sense to you guys, what a ROI, risk of investment is, some of the things you can invest in. We're going to go deeper and deeper, longer and longer, and more powerful. Number one, I always say invest in yourself. That is the most powerful investment you can do. Again, my name is Everett Winchester. I'm an entrepreneur. I left my job when I was, I had to leave my job because of some things that were happening. I was in the plantation, and the only way I could be mentally and fresh and feel powerful is to be on my own. I took a risk, but I invested in myself. The investment paid off. So Risk of investment, be careful in your investing, but always take the big risk and invest in yourself. Man, this is Real Truth and Power. We are out of here. I want to thank you guys for tuning in. And as always, man, hit that subscribe button, get all of the important information. And again, thank you for tuning in. Peace and blessings. Be careful, risk wisely.
Real truth and power, health, wealth, knowledge of self, uplifting the community. Let's talk about it. Real truth and power, health, wealth, knowledge of self, uplifting the community. Let's talk about it.